So, Steam has their summer sale going on now.
That infamous summer sale.
Yeah, well, any of their sales for the most part are like the carbonite of my bank account.
Well, yeah, that's it. It makes people homeless, orphans of the children. You spend all your money on it. It's like gambling. You
Yeah,
don't want to buy it, but it's so cheap you can't not buy it.
yeah,
Before you know, you got no money left.
yeah,
Even though we're 75% off for most stuff.
yeah. I don't know. It's like I like it, but I'll buy games that I end up never playing just because they were a good deal. I'm like, man, I gotta buy that. That's a great deal. But then I never play it.
Well,
It just sits there.
well, yeah, I mean, I've got that. I mean, in my games list, I've got, how many have I got there? 168 games, because I bought an extra one today, which I probably won't get around to. But yeah, 168 games I've got on here. A lot of them were from the indie bundle. I bought them, when the indie bundle comes out and it says pay wherever you want, get all these games, blah blah blah. So I bought a bunch of them, gave them, I don't know what it was, £10, £15, something like that. Got a load of those games, and I haven't really touched any of them yet. I haven't had the chance to go through any of them. Out of the 168 games, I've got a completed list there, which only has 60 games in there. That tells you how many more I've got to go through.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've been on.
that kind of sounds like my kill count on Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
My kill death ratio.
Yeah, that'll just be my death ratio. There, I won't have a kill ratio, just 60 dead straight away.
Yeah. For me,
Yeah,
it's
a lot
60 dead,
of these
130 deaths.
Yeah. A lot of these I end up getting on the last Steam sale sometime last summer, when there was I don't know, I think it was last summer sometime, but there was a shitload of adventure games on for sale for like a few quid each. I bought about 10 of them, and I've still got about 5 of them now to complete. As well as that, all the Deus Ex games, they were all on Steam sale, so I bought all of them. Hardly got around to touch them, just started the original one this week. I've still got Batman Arkham City and Assassin's Creed Revelations to finish. And that's only a few of the ones I'm actually going to bother with at the moment. Oh, there we go. Steam has just finished downloading The Walking Dead, so that's the one I bought today.
Yeah,
so I'll get stuck into that over the week.
Yeah, I bought that one too, and it's a game I probably would have bought eventually. I had just been waiting for, I didn't want to pay $25 and only get to play a single episode, but when it was 40% off, I didn't want to pass up on that. Figured I might as well.
Yeah, that's not too bad, yeah. Although the thing I've noticed with the Steam sale, because they got a new feature which is the community's choice, where it gives you a few options. You choose which one you want to see the sale on, and then the next day it's on the sale, dead cheap, lasts for 6 hours, then you get another one. So I've noticed a couple which have been in today's deal box for say 50% off, and then the next day it gets picked for the community choice and it gets 75% off. So we could buy Walking Dead now 40% off, and then in a few days time it could get chosen on the community choice and you'll have like 60% off.
Yeah, that'll piss me
We're
off.
getting ripped off. Getting ripped off of 20%.
Yeah.
Well, you could sit there thinking that might happen and then not end up buying anything.
Yeah, that happened with Max Payne 3. I had already purchased this on an Amazon sale for 50% off, but Steam, when they launched this summer sale, they had it for 30% off, and then like the next day it's 50% off. I feel bad for everyone who paid
50% off. Yeah, I must have pissed off because I was thinking about buying that one before. No, best leave it because I don't want to buy any more games for me at the moment, because 167 games I've still got 100 games still left to complete. I'll probably never get around to all of them in my lifetime.
Yeah, I think 167 games. That's more games than some people will ever own.
I say, just whenever the sale comes along, I just buy them all and never get around to them.
Yeah.
Some games there I'd love to play, but I've got to go trying to get through them in order to get them all done. I mean, I've got 1,000 levels for Doom 2 here, which I've got from Steam somewhere. I'm never going to get through all of them.
Yeah. It's like I love these sales, but I hate them at the same time, because that's what you do. So you just buy them because they're cheap, and then you never play them. So it would have been better off just not to spend the money in the first place.
It feels criminal not to buy them. It's going that cheap. You can't afford not to buy them.
Yeah. it's like damn it, I
Plus,
have to do this.
I mean, I've been trying my best not to buy anything this one, and I ended up buying, um, what was it, Walking Dead. I ended up buying Walking Dead, and there's still what, a week left to go on it.
Oh
God knows what I'll
jeez.
be buying in the next 7 days, and not playing for the next 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah, at least Steam has these sales, and they're not like EA's guy who said that having awesome sales cheapens your intellectual property. Bunch of bullshit.
Oh, well, actually, that makes me laugh, that, because there was a story, I think I showed it to you, I haven't got the link anymore, where he said that it cheapened the IP, and then what was it? A couple of days later, they had a sale with a game. It was like 89% off.
Yeah,
And I thought, what the fuck? If that doesn't cheapen the IP, you might as well just give it away for free.
yeah.
Giving it away
IP.
for free won't cheapen it as much as 89% off.
Yeah, IP equals cheapened.
Where does that 9 come into it anyway? It doesn't make any sense. People, it normally goes up in increments of 5, or
Yeah,
if it's a third, it's 33. 89%. It's a bit random.
yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find the story just to make sure it definitely was that, but I'm sure it was.
I guess they figured they could cheapen the IP to 89, but they didn't quite want to be so cheap to drop or to put it up to 90. That would have cheapened the IP way too much.
Yeah, you don't want to. That extra 1%, that's it. That just pushes them over the edge.
Yeah, EA has like some graph that's like their standard for the value of intellectual property, and you can't hit that 90% mark. You can go to
Here
89.
it is. I think I
but-
found it now. I'll pass it to you in a sec.
Okay.
87% it was.
Okay. That's even more of a screwy number.
Which
Why not just make it 85 or 90? Why 87?
I don't know. I don't know what they're getting out of that extra 2%. I don't know what we're getting out of it. It's going to be an extra a few pence. Yeah, that's it. It's 87. Oh, hang on. EA has revealed a rapid discounts for its download platform Origin, including the deal with 87.5%. 87.5 off the price of Dragon Origins. An extra 0.5 gets squeezed in there for you.
Oh, jeez.
Now that is extremely cheap. That. In fact, it sounds so cheap. I don't even want to buy the game. I don't even want to buy it. It's not worth it. It's too cheap.
Yeah, I think it's better for the IP not to.
Yeah, what's this on the same website? Yeah, I haven't actually given you the link yet. On the same website, there's an advert next to it for Zavi, which is a shop over here. Buy online for £7.95. Why would you want to do that when you can get it for 87.9% off? You'd be
Yeah.
able to get it for like £1.20.
Yeah.
And Zavi's trying to rip you off by an extra £6. It'll be a different advert on yours, obviously, but you may get something similar.
Yeah. It's sort of like it's sort of like all these other digital distributors during these Steam sales. It's like I almost feel bad for them. It's like they'll have these games like, hey, buy Max Payne 3, 15% off. You can go to Steam, it's 50% off. It's like, yeah, I think I'll make
They're
my
trying their
choice.
best, but they just can't compete.
Yeah.
So I don't really see how they can give a brand new game like that 50% off straight away.
Yeah.
Is it just not enough people are buying it, or do they just want to get more people to buy it at the expense of the price of the game itself, and then maybe give you the downloadable content later and sell that?
Yeah, it probably matters. It probably depends on the game, but some games selling it for the 50% price point, they could probably get away selling it for 50%, or that price point for typically for its digital release. I mean, when you're selling a game digitally,
Yeah.
you're not putting it on a disc, you're not manufacturing the packaging, no shipping. So when they charge full price for a digital game, I mean that's kind of a rip off to begin with. So these sales probably aren't as good as what they seem when it comes right down to it.
Well, such as, which I've already moaned about before, such as Diablo 3, 40 quid to download it digitally, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
No way am I going to pay that. So 75% off that price or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I see these when I see a game come out, a digital release, and they're charging 60 USD for it, which is the same exact cost it would or price it would cost me to go to the store and pick it up. It doesn't make any sense. Why are they charging that much for it? More for it? I think, and that's probably why they can get away selling it for so cheap. Every digital sale they've made up to that point, they've made massive profit. So now they can turn around and sell it for half off, and which is probably more of a fair price for it, and then get even more money because then people start jumping in and buying it, quicker, like me. Because they're like, oh, sweet, good sale, let's buy. Yeah, so it's probably just win-win-win.
One thing
that
makes me laugh though. Yeah, well, there are a couple of games you'll notice when there's a sale on, they almost never get involved. Now on this one, I think it was on the first day of the sale, you had Modern Warfare 3 was on there for 50% off, which is quite generous for that usually, because most of the time the Modern Warfare games are never in the sale.
Yeah.
And if they are, it's like 30% off or something like that, whilst everything else is practically given away. So those games just don't go down in price at all. And on Steam, all those Modern Warfares, they all come out at 40 quid, and I think that's just a rip-off.
Yeah, I mean, once they release...
So even on the sale, it's... Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, once they release a sequel...
Starting to interrupt you again there.
Yeah, once they release a sequel for a game, I mean, the previous version should be cheap. It's like sort of like, look at Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2. It's like, when Left 4 Dead 2 came out, the first one dropped down to like $20. And that's sort of how it should be. I mean...
Yeah, that was only like a year later.
Yeah, when Modern Warfare 3 comes out, why would somebody still pay full price for Modern Warfare 2? That doesn't make any sense.
No idea. I couldn't answer that. So some idiot's bound to, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you
I mean, what I don't get. I mean, if you go to...
go on.
Go ahead. I was going to say, if you look at your Modern Warfare now on here, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 are exactly the same price. And you've got exactly the same price off in the sale. At the moment, it's both 15 quid.
Yeah,
the other ones, the other one's ancient now.
Yeah,
it's like 2007 and it's still 20 quid.
Yeah, that right there is complete bullshit. I mean, if you've waited this long to buy the game, I don't think you're gonna pick it up at that price point. Maybe if you could get it for $5 to $10.
Yeah, definitely not.
I mean, it's like okay, why would I pay this price when I don't have to pay that much more to get the newest version?
Yeah.
Even though
I just wouldn't pay 40 quid for any PC game.
Yeah, I don't know what that equates to in USD.
It's probably about 60ish. I'll just do a quick conversion now. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, well, 60 is what we have to pay every game pretty much anymore, brand new. It didn't used to be that way, but anymore it's like once in a blue moon.
Yeah, about
a
62
PC
it
game.
reckons.
Okay. Yeah, it's like once in a blue moon anymore if a PC game comes out, if it's going to actually be cheaper than 60, which is kind of a rip-off. Well, it is a rip-off.
Yeah. Definitely is a rip-off. I mean, most new PC games here, they used to be, well, between 30 and 35 quid. Now, I'd pay 35 quid for a game, not bothered about that, but I wouldn't pay 40 quid for a PC game because you don't need the extra price.
Yeah.
They have to pay, like if you do a console, they gotta pay extra price to Sony and Microsoft to get the game on the console, so you don't have that on the PC, so I don't see why I should have to pay 40 quid for a game on the PC. But on Steam, most of them are 30 quid now, even the brand new ones are 30 quid, so I say it's great having the sale, but I don't have time to play them all anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like...
So it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
It's like out here they used to be between 40 and 50 USD. It's like they're 40. That was like the standard price point for a PC game forever. Then they jumped up to 50, and that's kind of ridiculous. And then like out of nowhere, a couple games came out for 60, and nobody thought that would stick because that was just way too high. But it stuck, and they're all that much now. There's a couple publishers. There's a couple publishers that'll be fair and they'll give them still for 50, and if they're really fair, they'll be cheaper than 50. But other than that, they're all 60.
Yeah, it's still a rip-off. If you want to buy your games like that, fair enough. But it's a complete rip-off to me. I wouldn't bother, and I wouldn't want to encourage the publishers either to rip people off like that, but some people let them get away with it.
Yeah, it sucks.
I say only if it's a really, really amazing game, I'll get it straight away, full price. But I say not for 40. But there's not any that I'd normally buy anyway. That's in the sale. A lot of the games I want I've already got anyway. But The Walking Dead isn't a game that I bought, even though it's been out some time. I just haven't bought it yet. But loads of people are raving about it, saying it's great. So I thought, yeah, I'll get that and give it a go.
Yeah. The only games I'll go out and buy at launch for full price for 60 are the ones as if I know I'm going to get a lot of value out of it. Like if it's a game that I know has like a 5-hour campaign and is a crappy tacked on multiplayer, there's no way I'm gonna touch that. I mean, but
fuck that.
Yeah, but if it's a game like Mass Effect 3, which God only knows how many hours I put into that, or like even like Diablo 3, which I've put hundreds of hours into. It's like I've made with the auction house too. I've made my money back, but just even without the auction house, it's like that's a value worth $60. But then you get these little tacky games. They have nothing but they'll have maybe nothing but a single player and a short one at that, and then they want to charge you $60. Hey, hell no.
No, definitely not. I mean, I don't play much multiplayer game at the moment. Again, I just don't have time to get stuck into it. Multiplayer games can go on for God knows how long. So I look for a game with single player to get a lot out of. Like you mentioned Mass Effect. Looking on my Steam account now. On the first one, I've got 33 hours on that one. And then on Mass Effect 2, I've got 45 hours on it.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot. Now, I can take a couple of hours off there for being idle, which I sometimes am. Just leave the game on, walk away, do something else, come back, play it again. Let's take a few hours off that. But 30 hours and 40 hours for a game is brilliant.
Yeah. I know with Mass Effect 3, I was right around 40 hours on my first playthrough. I mean, that's not counting any of the other any other time I've played single player. But then plus it has the multiplayer, which I put tons and tons of hours onto that. So it's like once it's all said, I've paid less than $1 an hour for my entertainment on that game. So it was worth it.
Can't complain at that.
But when you get some game and it ends up being like where you end up paying basically the equivalent of $12 an hour, screw that.
I can think of a couple of games which have done that. None of which I've bought, but I am aware of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some games I know straight away which I'll get loads of hours out of. Like there's a game on the PC which probably not many people have played and even less even aware of, which is called the X series. I don't know if I told you about this one before. X3. Terran Conflict. It's a space simulator. It's not everyone's cup of tea. If you imagine like Eve, only single player, got a massive universe to play around in. You can build stuff, trade stuff, and destroy everyone if you want to. Now the last game on that Terran Conflict, I got 95 hours on it, and I still didn't complete it.
Yeah, you definitely got your money's worth.
Yeah, definitely. I got to a certain point where I knew what I had to do. I could see how much longer it would take me to do it, and I thought, fuck off, I'm done. Can't be bothered doing anymore. And then the next one comes out, and I bought that, played 16 minutes, and I haven't been back on it since because I got no time. Again, I think I got that on a Steam sale as well. I wasn't planning on buying it just at that point, but the sale came and I bought it.
Damn you, Steam sale.
I know. It's like Batman Arkham City. That's been on sale 3 times since I've bought it. And I haven't even played it yet.
Oh, yeah, I've got that too, and it's a really fun game, but I haven't completed it yet. I just need to sit down sometime and finish it, because I really enjoyed what I played of it. I just haven't got around to finishing it. I got a load of playing hours out of the first one, out of Arkham Asylum. I got 17 hours out of that one. And it's a brilliant game. It's a lot better than what I thought it'd be. Really surprised. Yeah.
So as soon as I seen the other one on sale, I thought I might as well get it, because I'll probably get to play it before the next sale. And there I am, like 6 months later, God knows, and I still haven't touched it yet.
Yeah, I've at least got to sit down and play through it before Dark Knight Rises is released. You just get myself ready for that movie, which I'm sure is going to be kick-ass.
Hang on. That comes out in like 5 days, doesn't it?
Oh, is that close?
At least over here, is it?
Oh shit! I gotta get playing then.
Let me just check. Yeah, because I wanted to go and see it, and they said it's out on the 20th here. So I don't know if it comes out different. It might come out earlier over there. But yeah, I'm never going to be able to start that and finish it in 5 days.
Yeah, I take that back. I don't think I'll be beating Arkham City by Dark Knight Rises release. Oh well, I guess I'll watch Dark Knight
Yeah,
Rises and then it'll get me pumped up to finish Arkham City.
yeah, definitely. I'm just going to have a look on IMDb because that gives you all of the release dates. Yeah, it's the 20th of July, both here and over there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so you got like 5 days to get it done if you want.
Damn,
Or if you want to move, if you want to move to Switzerland, it comes out on the 29th of August, and that gives you enough time to finish the game. Then Switzerland or Italy, you want to move over there, give you plenty of time to get it done.
Is that being released IMAX then?
It is, yeah. It said something about IMAX on here.
Okay.
Don't have any other details about it though, but yeah, it's being released on IMAX.
Yeah.
I might actually go and see the IMAX. Because I'm probably one of the few people that hasn't actually been to IMAX yet.
Oh,
So
it's definitely
I think when this one
worth
comes out, I'll have to go and have a look.
Yeah, it's like, man, that's definitely the way I want to see it, but I wouldn't be able to watch it launch weekend because, I mean, I hate going to the theater when it's packed, and the IMAX is always packed, and especially with this movie.
Yeah, whenever I go and see a film, I always go like the week afterwards. Because I don't want to get in there full of people who just want to rustle, eat crisps, make noises, and
that pisses me
stand
off.
up and get in front of you. And I'm thinking, why are you standing up and getting out? You've paid to watch the film. You paid your money to get in. You're getting up. You're going to the toilet. You're making a phone call, whatever. Just sit the fuck down and enjoy the film, will you?
Yeah.
Getting up and ruining my viewing.
Yeah, it pisses me off because it's like not only did they pay for it, but it's like I paid for it too, and you're fucking it up for me, you asshole.
God. Yeah, I definitely won't get a chance to do that first. So as you say, watch the film and then get pumped up to play the game then. So
Yeah.
I might just play it like that. I've got
Yeah.
5 days to finish Deus Ex, and then, which probably shouldn't take me 5 days. I hope not anyway. Once I've done that, I can get started on Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Going back to gaming, today I released my first couple quote unquote mini reviews as the new feature we're going to be running on PolyPwn.com. Where it's not necessarily just retro games, but any game in general that has been out for a while, and we never got around to doing a full proper review. This is a sort of a quick synopsis of what we thought, a quick recap on our thoughts, and we'll throw in a rating, and then a couple paragraphs, a couple details, just so any fan of PolyPwn and fans of our opinions can gauge how good the game is based on our opinion of it.
I can't imagine there's many fans of our opinions, or at least mine anyway. I know my opinion can piss people off sometimes. It's usually what it's designed for. But at least with these old retro games, I imagine a lot of people would agree with exactly what you say about them.
Yeah, I think more people probably agree with you than you think. It's sometimes the angry opinion of games are some of the more popular ones. Yeah,
I love putting angry opinions in.
Yeah,
makes it all worthwhile.
I don't. Yeah, we're definitely not the only guys who remember the glory days of gaming's past.
Oh no, yeah, gaming was definitely much better in the past, and that's not just looking at it through rose-tinted glasses or whatever. I think it was definitely much better. You had much better games. There was a funny thing. I've got a magazine here, right? Which I don't know if you get the magazine over there. It's called Custom PC. I think it might just be in the UK. But they were talking about game engines, right? Let me just have a look, because there was a funny quote in it I want to read out. As soon as I find it, where the fuck has it gone? Right, I'll find it in a sec. Just carry on talking about the feature, and I'll let you know when I found it.
I don't know.
So what reviews have you got up at the moment? And sorry, I'm talking over you again. I'm not just being an asshole, as we said before.
Yeah, it's a
limitation
in the technology. I started off. Yeah, I sort of took the cheap cop out. I started off with Super Mario Brothers, just because that's like the retro game. If you want to gauge any retro game by, I mean, it's sort of what I give it a lot of credit for what gaming is today. It's sort of the Nintendo Entertainment System sort of saved the gaming industry, and I mean that game there helped pave the way.
Yeah, definitely after it nearly collapsed with the Atari and well, not the Atari. The Atari was brilliant, but in the Atari era, so much shite came out because anyone could just make a game for it,
Yeah.
and that's when ET came out and nearly caused the collapse of the games industry. So that's why they had to bury all copies, every single copy ever made in a desert somewhere. Now
Yeah.
I found that quote right because they're talking about the Source engine, about how it started. You know, it was originally the Quake engine,
Hmm.
which they used in Half-Life 1. They adapted it, changed some of it, turned into the Source engine and all of this. And one thing they were talking about is Source's limitations. And one of the things they wrote down said, because they were talking about this fella Briscoe, he did Dear Esther, and you know he's been working on Source for a while. So it said Source's limitations forced Briscoe to think more creatively, which can sometimes lead to better results than having access to abundant resources, otherwise known as Star Wars prequel syndrome. Which is pretty much what you were saying about the early games being the
Yeah.
best, because they were forced to be more creative because they didn't have the technology there, and they were a lot more fun to play.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I
Let's say,
mean, and the same thing does happen with movies. I mean, CG or CGI can really enhance a movie's quality, but some of these directors just go overboard with it to the point that it just completely cheapens the film, and they don't use as
well,
much
definitely. I mean,
creativity and worry about story and plot as much.
exactly. I mean, just one quick example where it was used really good was Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Really enhanced it, brilliant. It wasn't overused, and an example of where it was overused to ridiculous proportions, which made a shit film, is Transformers.
Yeah,
The first one is decent. The other two are just shit and completely over the top.
yeah, I don't know if I should be embarrassed to admit this or proud to, but I've actually never seen any of the Transformer films.
Well, if you're going to see them, at least watch the first one, because I'd say that is decent. You know, it
Okay.
is a lot of over-the-top special effects. It is decent, but the second one, I've seen it once, completely forgettable. The third one, the first half, the third one just pissed me right off, and I didn't enjoy the rest of the film. You'll probably see why if you ever get around to watching it.
Okay.
But yeah, the same things happened with games, and it happens with everything. As it gets more technology, it gets more mainstream, it just gets ruined. So, which is why you probably notice a lot of the stuff I do on the site, and a lot of the stuff you do as well. But mainly me, because I think I'm more into retro stuff and older games than what you are. So most of my stuff is about that. All of my Let's Pawn games are all really old. Like I'm going through the Command and Conquer ones now. That's 1995, and I still play it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of those old games are just definitely the best.